Good afternoon to everyone. Today we are going to see the subject on power system production and switchgear. So last class we have completed about the introduction part of your power system and switchgear. Now we are going to see the next topic, that is a primary and backup production in power system. Okay. What is meant by primary and backup production in power system means? So what we are going to do means, the primary, that is the main, our ultimate aim is to protect the equipment that present in the power system. That's the thing we are going to see. Okay, so in that way, so primary means here we are going to connect the devices like relay, circuit breakers. These are the thing which we are going to connect in the power system line for protecting the high level equipments. So in that some devices will be act as a primary and some devices will be act as a secondary, that is a backup protections. In the statement you can see that there is always some possibilities of a circuit breaker failure. This is the main thing, because whatever equipment we design it, we cannot say that every devices what we designed it will work 100% accuracy. There may be a chances of getting failure due to aging, or due to number of frequent operations, or due to atmospheric conditions. So many factors are there for failures. Okay, so in that way, so the suppose if you are going to protect the transformer, take it as an example, as a transformer, you are going to protect the transformer. So transformer, there will be a circuit breaker on the primary side as well as in the secondary side we will be having of the circuit breaker. The input of that circuit breaker will be connected to the output of the relay, short circuit relay or overcurrent relay, such like that some relay will be there. So when any fault occurs in that, so suddenly that particular relay has to sense that, and it has to trigger the circuit breaker to protect the transformer before reaching of fault current to the transformer windings. But in that case, suppose any short circuit occur on it, but the relay fails to protect the sense the short circuit current, means it will start to reach the winding. So unfortunately there will be a present of some thermostat to measure the temperature level of the winding. So now the temperature will sense the winding will be sensed by the sensor about his temperature. Now the temperature will trigger the another relay circuit, thermal relay, and the thermal relay will be active as a backup production for the transformers, because the short circuit relay, that is a overcurrent relay, is failed to operate. So due to that the particular circuit breaker is not opened it. So the thermal relay will be sense the temperature in the winding, and it makes the trigger the relay that connected to the thermal relay, and it protect the transformers. This is the one of the example that we can say as the backup and primary productions. Okay, so in that way, in another way we can say is, suppose we are having the two circuit breakers. One is what we are having is, one we are having it as a that's a one of the circuit breaker, and B as the one of the circuit breaker. The A is the first circuit breaker should act for the fault, that's a thing, and B is a backup production. That means B will be act as a circuit breaker for some other equipment. Suppose any fault occurs nearer to the A circuit breaker, but the circuit breaker A is failed to sense the fault and it not opening the circuit breaker. What it do means, suddenly the B relay will be protecting devices will wait it for some time, or it will be wait for some delayed time interval. After that still the A protecting circuit is not working properly, means now B will start to act and protect the entire equipment that under the control of protecting device A as well as in the B. So this is the another one example for primary and backup productions. Okay, so it is a useful to, in the statement they have given, for this reason it is useful to supplement the primary production with other system to back up the operation of the main system and ensure that nothing can prevent the clearance of the fault from the system. So the protection provided by the protective relay equipment can categorize into two. One is a primary production and backup productions, they are saying it. Okay, now we see the detail of the primary productions. The main production or a primary production is the first line production which provides the quick acting and selective clearance of the fault within the boundary of the circuit selection or element it protects. The main protection is provided in each section of the electric installation. Second statement, what they are saying means the primary protection is the first line of defense and is responsible to protect all the power system elements from all type of fault. The backup protection comes into play only when the primary production fails. As like I say before itself, that statement says clearly here. Okay, so we want to know the reason for failure of primary productions. So the backup production provides the main production can fail due to many reasons, like there is a failure in circuit breaker, or failure of CT or PT operations, or failure of productive relay, failure in tripping circuit, failure of DC supply to tripping circuit, or loss of voltage or current supply to the relay. There are many protecting device. Primary production means it will be consist of some group of devices. Okay, there will be a relay and there will be supply system for that relay, and the relay will be connected to the sensor, like as a current sensor and voltage sensor devices. That voltage and current sensor devices will be connected to the current transformer and potential transformer, and the output of the relay is connected to the circuit breaker. Now the circuit breaker will be connected separately to the another one supply excitations. So like that, many factor or joints are there for single operations. Any one of the condition may be get fail, unfortunately, so that only we are going for the backup productions. So this is the structure of power system, and the blue color dotted line represents the primary productions. Okay, so if you see that the generator transformer is protected by the circuit breaker, the rectangular box represents the circuit breaker, and again transmission line sending end and receiving end are connected by separate circuit breaker, and the middle of the transmission line or the parallel operation connection between the generator, in that also we are using one circuit breaker. So the circuit breaker will be present at the end of the any equipment which we want to protect, and the starting of the equipment. When you consider it for transformers, the transformer primary and secondary end will be having of circuit breaker. When you go for the generator, and the terminal end will be having of the circuit breaker. In transmission line, sending end and receiving end will be having of circuit breaker. So like that, the circuit breaker will be kept each and every point where we need to protect the circuits. Okay, next we are going for the backup productions. Here also I have given the one circuit. In that circuit, the circuit breaker is our protected device is represented by some letter notations A, B and C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Each and every letters represents the one of the circuit breakers. So here it's going to act as the primary as well as for the backup production. So here the statement what they given is, consider the backup relay employed for the transmission line selection EF as shown in figure. The relay C, D, G, H are the primary relay, while A, B, I, J are the backup relay. So here from the statement itself you can clearly understand that there is a transmission line E and F which is working at the condition, and the two ends are connected by E and F protected device, that is a circuit breaker. for that transmission line, and C, D and G, H will be a primary zone or the primary coverage. Okay, and A, B and I, J are the backup coverage. Suppose if you are any fault occur in the bus or station that connecting the AC line and EF line, so in that if you see means fault occurs in that station. So now what we have to do means that fault current will be travel in two direction, one through the C, another way through the E and F will be carried out it. So now the C and D are the primary relay which has to sense that fault and open the circuit breaker so that we can protect the equipment that connected at the end of the A and B. Similar way like that, G and H has to be response first as a primary relay. After that only IJ has to respond. Suppose in this case C, D, G, H, any one of the circuit breaker is not sensed properly and not worked at the correct time means A, B, IJ will wait it for delay time interval for sensing for the working of CD and GH relay. After the delay time, any one of these four relay CD, GH is not worked means the backup relay is considered A, B and IJ will try to act for the circuit breaker and it will disconnect the healthy portion from the faulted conditions. So EF is the device that we need to protect it. This is the thing that we need to protect it. We need to protect it. Okay, but these are the relays which want to be these four relays are want to be protected, but it fails to protect. So the distance may be calculated and the time delay will be given for each and every relay from C to A operation. If that the time delay also paused it, but still it C, D and G, H is not working means these four relays are not working means the next at the delay time interval, after time delay time interval, A, B and I, J, any one of the relay will be get acted on it. This is the thing. Okay, backup protection. Here they have given the explanation for the backup protection. The backup relay often provide the primary protection when primary relays are out of service for repair. This is the statement you have to note it out. In absence of primary, there will be a backup, and it is observed that when the backup relay operates, the large part of power system is disconnected. Okay, this is the another point. And third one is normally backup relay are tripped if the primary relay fails. So if the primary relay E fails to trip, then backup relay A and B get tripped. The backup relay and associated backup relay equipment are physically apart from the faulty equipment. You have to clearly understand this statement that what they have given in these two lines. Backup relay and associated backup relay equipment are physically apart from the faulty equipment. Okay, that means A and B has to be far away from the faulted place. That's a simple thing that they are trying to say. Next one is backup relay A and B provides backup protection for fault at the station K. Also, the backup relay at A and F provides a backup protection for the fault in the line D, B. So from the diagram you can see D and E. In that also they will be act as a backup relay. A and F will be act as a primary for these things. Okay. And next point, when the given set of relay provides the backup protection for several adjustment system elements, then slowest primary relay of any one of those will determine the necessary time delay for of the given backup relays. Okay. Next one, an important requirement of backup relay is that it must operate with sufficient time delay. I have given is again and again I am mentioning it. Backup relay should have delay time interval compared to the primary relay. That's the thing. Okay. Next one, the fault will be sensed by both primary and backup relay, but the triggering process operation will be carried out by the primary first, but it was not done. With delay time, the backup relay will be operated it. Okay. So method of backup productions. The method of backup production can be classified as follows. One is the relay backup, second one is the breaker backup, and third one is the remote backup, and fourth one is centrally coordinate backup. So these are the things that we are having it. In this method, the backup relay means the first example I have given now. When the current failed to work, then same circuit breaker can get the input from the thermal relay. That is the relay backup. Okay. Or same short circuit current can be checked by two different manufacturer of the relay. So a short circuit relay can be manufactured by different relays, different manufacturers, but the sensing time and other things may be get differ. So that things can be used as a primary and backup only. The breaker backup is some series of breaker will be get connected in the transmission line. Okay, because the opening of line must be carried out if when the circuit breaker is connected in series. So the separate circuit breaker provided for primary and backup production. Both type of breakers are at the same stations. Okay, that means there will not be single primary and backup relay can operate a single circuit breaker, or primary will operate a one circuit breaker and backup will operate a circuit breaker 2. That means circuit breaker 1 and 2 will be get connected in series. That you have to understand. And remote backup. In this method, separate breakers are provided for primary and backup production. The two type of breakers are different station and are completely isolated and independent of each other. The remote backup is nothing but previously I have given the one diagram now, A, B, C, D and E, F, I, J, like that. So that thing is considered as a remote backup, because the A zone may be, A relay will be in some other zone and C relay may be in some other zone. So like that way we are protecting it. And central coordinate backup is the system having central control can be provided with centrally controlled backup. The central control continuous surprise to be load flow and frequency in the system. Information about the load flow and frequency is assessed continuously. Okay, is a one of the component in any part of the system fails. That is a fault on transformer in one station. The load flow in the system is affected. The central coordinator station receives the information about the abnormal condition through the high frequency signal. So there will be always continuous communications will be there. Okay. And next one, the store program in the digital computer and correct switching operation and regardless severity of the fault and system stability. Okay. The zone of production system. Okay, next topic that we are going to cover is zone of productive system. So previously up to which we have seen as the backup and primary productions. That means we are going to have the two different relay or same rating of the relay, whatever may be, that time delay operation will be carried out. So based on that concept we are going for the zone productions. So generator will be considered as a different zone, transformer will be considered as a different zone, and the transmission line is considered as a different zone. So the zone, why we are making the zone means fault may occur at any point of the transmission line. Suppose if you are having one circuit breaker at generator and another one circuit breaker at the end of your consumer end, means in between any fault occurs means it will affect the whatever equipment connected in between the transmission line. That's the thing. So transformer may get affected, or transmission line may get affected, or capacitor may be get affected. So n number of things are connected in between generation and consumer end. So for that we need to protect each and every point of your power system. That's why we are going for zone production, because the circuit breaker can provide a isolation or provide the protection for certain range. So there is a range for each and every devices that we are using in power system. So circuit breaker can open the entire transmission line, but the relay that which connected to the circuit breaker will able to sense the fault only particular region of the transmission line. So remaining part of the transmission line has to be sensed by another relay circuits or productive device circuits. Then only we can make operation as a more effective and efficient. That's the thing. Okay. So in that way we are going for the production zones. So here we have split the zone wise. So in zone 1, if you see, means generator and bus bar 1 are considered as a zone 1, and again we are going for zone 3. So transmission sending end and receiving end is considered as a zone 3, and zone 5 is the secondary distribution starting end and ending end will be considered as a zone 5. But refer the zone 2 and 4, it combines both generator part and transmission part. So we are making overlapping of zone productions. Suppose any fault occur in transmission line, the transmission connected circuit breaker is not operated, that the transfer circuit breaker which connected under the zone 2 will be get activated. Any other circuit breaker that connected in zone 2 will act as a backup, and it will provide that isolation what we want to do it, that will be given by. Okay, so that means if you, for understanding, you keep it as this is the 1 and this is the 2, this is the 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. We are giving some numbering for the productions. Suppose fault occurs on here, so relay 3 or relay 4, any one of these circuit breaker want to be get operated it. So the fault is occur very nearer to the 3, then 3 has to sense that fault and it has to be operated it. So if the 3 is not sensed, the same fault current will be traveled to the 4, so the 4 will be acted, but there will be some delay, 5 seconds or 10 seconds, like that there will be a time delay. That delay is it is a primary and this is the secondary if it act in based on the time relay. But if the relay is connected with a circuit breaker is not operating, means the nearby we are having another one circuit breaker, that circuit breaker will be get operated in. So this is the zone production that we are seeing as a zone production. Okay, so in zone 2 we are having two circuit breakers, one which is not worked properly, another circuit breaker will start to act like. If two things are not done, the 1 and 4 will be act on it for the backup productions. That's the thing. Okay, so here they have given the statement, the circuit breaker are installed between the component of the zone and the rest of the power system. Thus the location of the circuit breaker helps to define the boundary of the zone of your productions. So there will be some distance up to the transmission line. Suppose we are having transmission line of 100 km, means the 60 coverage will be given for your one circuit breaker, and another 50 or 60 coverage will be given for the circuit breaker 2. So there will be a cross linking will be carried out, overlapping of productions. For single area, 1 or 2 circuit breaker will be act as a protecting zones. That is the overlapping productions. Zone production is nothing but single circuit breaker will be present in 2 zone, that is a zone production. Overlapping of zone is nothing but the protective area will be covered by 2 different circuit breakers in different zones. That point is considered as a overlapping of productions. That's a point I have given in this. Overlapping zone having the powerful advantage. If the system does not contain overlapping in the productive zone, means the failure occur in equipment will not lie in any one of the zone. Hence no circuit breaker would be tripped. The fault occur in the unprotected system will damage the equipment and hence disturb the continuity of the supply. The fault in overlapping zone create the tripping of the one or more circuit breaker associated with zone. in order to isolate the system. That I think you have everybody is clear. Okay, so how we are making the backup and primary, in this way only we are. Zone 2 circuit breaker will act as a primary, and zone 3 circuit breaker will act as a backup. So in some cases zone 3 will be a circuit breaker will act as a primary, zone 2 circuit breaker will act as a backup. So it's based upon fault where it occurs. Depending upon that, the source and the primary and backup will be change over it. Okay, so here we are if you see, you can get it. The zone 2 and zone 1, two things are covered the one circuit breaker. That circuit breaker is called as a overlapping zone of power system. There only we have to, that's a circuit breaker operate at the current time, means the entire fault of the power system can be protected. That's a zone, overlapping zone protection is very, very important in the power systems. The next content that what we are going to see is essential quality of protective relay. So we know that protective relay is a very important, because the relay is the only thing that can trigger the circuit breaker. So that then the relay has to sense properly. How means the relay will get the input from the say CT and PT, and through the sensor output will be given to the relay circuit. So based upon that only relay will be get operated it. So for that relay operation, circuit breaker will start to behave it. This is the thing. So then the relay has to have some qualifications, but that things are said to be essential qualities of the protective relay. First quality is reliability. Second one is speed and time. Third one is sensitivity. Fourth one selectivity and discriminations. Fifth one stability, and sixth one is simplicity, and seventh one is economy, and eighth one is addictiveness. These are the things that are essential qualities of protective relay. So here I have given the short notes for some very important qualities. One is the relay, selectivity, sensitivity, speed and simplicity. These are the very important things. Okay, reliability is the assurance that production will be performed correctly. For that statement indicates the reliability. The maximum continuity of the service with minimum system disconnection is the selectivity. Okay, this is the explanation for the selectivity. Sensitivity is to detect even the small fault, current or system abnormalities and operate correctly at its setting. That's a sensitivity. So what we have designed that for that only the relay has to work properly. Suppose if you are designing the relay for overcurrent relay, it has to work for overcurrent, not to work for over voltage. That's a sensitivity. Okay, what we have designed it for that the relay has to work it. And speed, the minimum fault duration and consequent equipment damage and the system instability. Speed here what we are saying means minimum fault duration, and minimum fault duration is the reason is, suppose if any fault occur means that fault sensing and the given opening of the circuit breaker has to be done in very fast manner. So in such a way that signal has to be sent to the circuit breaker. So what we think like a circuit breaker, we are drawing diagram in the end of the transmission line means just it not be look like a diagram. When you go for the practical condition, circuit breaker will be far away from the 200 km or 500 kilometers away. So the signal has to be sent and want to be sent to the circuit breaker. Okay, so the speed of fault sensations. Suppose we may know that fault at the starting stage of fault itself, we may getting of some error in the waveform that can be sensed by the sensor and it will be given to the circuit breaker. Means we can reduce the fault condition for in the your process. Okay, next one simplicity, the minimum productive relay and associated circuitry to achieve the production objectives. So minimum productive equipment, productive equipment and associated circuitry to achieve the productive objectives. Simplicity is nothing but whenever we want to maintain it or repair it, it has to be done very easy manner. That's a simplicity. That is a minimum preventive equipment and associated to achieve the productive objectives. Productive objective is to avoid the damage that we want to achieve it. That can be achieved. Okay. In some detailed explanation, the given is reliability. It is the ability of the relay to operate under predetermined condition. The reliability of the productive system depends on the reliability of various components like circuit breaker, relay, current transformer, potential transformer, trip coil, connecting cable and many others. So reliability we are saying as a simple name, but it includes many equipment for these things. Okay, there are many components to operate before the operation of relay, and the operation of relay scheme is also depends on the component which the relay which plays a role in operation of the relay. Okay, and third point, the reliability of the system can be adjusted from the statistical data, but they cannot be expressed in terms of mathematical data. That means what we can get, what is the closing and opening time. That means the statistical data can be, we get it. We cannot get it. What is the current and what is the temperature, what is the voltage, what is the frequency, like that we cannot get the data. Okay, and speed and time, that what I have told, that is a thing. Okay, so when any fault occurs, it has to be tripped. If you see in your home, you will be having of a MNC. So when any short circuit occurs in it, suddenly the tripper will be tripped down. So instead of replacing the fuse, nowadays we are using the tripper. That is that's a thing. So the fault has to be sensed very fast and it has to be sent to the particular point at the for disconnection of and avoid the further fault session. It may damage the component which is carry fault current, and the system voltage will decrease, and low voltage may affect the motor and generator running on the consumer side. The system voltage will decrease and the low voltage may affect. That means we all know that when motor running at full speed, suddenly voltage reduced to 0 means there is a chances of getting accidental in the motor. Okay, that's a thing. So the fourth one is very high speed productive relay are used in power systems. The relay is the time is taken for instant of fault and the instant of closure of the contact of the relay. The circuit breaker, one thing, and the circuit breaker time is time taken by the circuit breaker to operate and open the contact and execute the arc. So these are the definitions that they are given it for the circuit breaker time and the relays. Okay, the first three lines are saying the how fast it has to be worked out it. Okay, next one is the sensitivity. The productive scheme operated if the voltage of the actually quantity is not in the predefined range. The selectivity is the ability to product the low voltage or product it with a low value of accurate quantity. Okay, so the sensi data will be very slow, but by having of that itself, it has to be work properly. That is the sensitivity. Okay, when you see the third line, you can understand that the input of the relay coil is measured in volt ampere. Smaller the value of volt ampere input, the relay is more sensitive. The smaller the value of volt ampere, the relay is more sensitive. Generally, there are two configurations, 1 volt and 5 volt relay. Out of these two types, 1 volt relay is a more sensitive than 5 volt relay. Okay.